Hey, what's up guys? Malt here, and we're back with some more Konran Zanki GATE01 Prism virus. The only thing you guys missed is there's footsteps. I just wanted to save before I accidentally did not save and had to redo everything. There were some footsteps, and now Hambi is like, Did I just hear someone walking? From my flimsy slumber, I was snatched by the sudden sound of someone walking up the stairs. Looking right next to me, Chloe, Amane, and Takatsugo were still there, but with a quick head turn, I was almost entirely sure that I had briefly seen someone walking up to the second floor. Could it be them? In a flash, I jumped out of my drowsiness and grabbed the lamp that was resting on the drawer and silently started making my way up the stairs. The door of the laboratory was slowly open and they were inside. I slowly approached and dared myself to take a furtive look inside the room. I couldn't see them, but they seemed to be searching through the drawers frantically. Wouldn't it be Yuzuki? Or could it actually, or Yuzuki maybe the traitor? What sort of approach should I use? I cannot think right. I have to react fastly and cautiously. I've always been able to treat ambiguous situations with poise and clarity in mind, but oddly enough, for the first time ever, my mind was riddled with an infinity of possible ways to deal with the dilemma. I was unable to pick only one of them, and I was in a quandary. The time frame for me to react was shortening by every passing second, and I had to do something. Take a bite. I turned to the first opportunity in mind, option in mind, and the least judicious one, an option that would remove all credibility to my detective qualities. I jumped into the room to startle them. Hiya! What did I just say? Stop right. I couldn't read it because I was too busy looking at her glasses. Stop right there. Something. Wait, her hair is down too without it being tied up. She's cute with her glasses. I don't know. Ha! What? It really was the worst option. Yuzuki?
Kimi yo, Kimi.
Hanbi, what is wrong with you? What are you even doing swinging that lamp around? My deepest apologies, Yuzuki. I mistook you for the mastermind. As if they'd hang around with the four of you napping on the couch. I guess you are right. I'm probably not fully awake, so please accept my apologies for frightening you like that. As I made a half-baked bow to back up my apologies, I caught the sight of something that Yuzuki had rapidly hid between the pleats of her skirt. Did you find everything you needed? Excuse me? It's just that I heard you looking through the drawers rather vehemently, so I assumed that you were looking for something important. Oh, that? It's just that my last contact lens didn't survive the fall, so now I had to carry those old unfitting glasses. My eyes have gotten all dry and sore from putting it in and out of the contact lens, and I was simply looking for some eye drop solution. I was a little curious for nothing, wasn't I? Anyway, you look charming with your glasses. Getting a compliment was the least of my worries, but I'm flattered. Upon pronouncing her last word, Yuzuki walked away to sit by the laboratory bench. The room was then draped in a disconcerting silence, leaving no other sound but the very distant noise of the TV that was still playing in the parlor. Instead of silently standing behind me, tell me about your movie dinner instead. It has been a delightful moment, but as you may have noticed, we've been pretty easy to give in to fatigue. Would you accept my invitation to go watch the rest of the movie together? I'd rather not. I'd like to stay here for a moment. I took a seat next to Yuzuki, and by the looks of it, she seemed to be expecting me to do that sooner. Excuse my insatiable curiosity, but why do you seem so attracted to this one specific room? Yeah? What do you mean? Since you've been trapped in this place, you've spent most of your time in your bedroom and the laboratory. There's a greenhouse, a luxurious pool, a parlor with comfortable sofas, so why a cold laboratory? Yuzuki looked up at me with her face riddled with confusion, and before gazing away with a melancholic smile on her face. It is an unconventional love. I like the smell of the fluttering chemicals, the appeasing sight of its immaculate white, the lab coats, and all the world that revolves around it. But most of all, it's a place of placidity, knowledge, and curiosity. The scientific field mesmerizes me and absorbs my entire attention, an intricate concept full of unfathomable enigmas. The real nature of our seemingly mundane and simple-looking world. In a lab, you can treat any type of science. They all have their place in here with their own mind-boggling nature and their numerous secrets. When I'm in a laboratory, I feel like I'm in another place. Even though I'm constantly glued to the surface of our planet, labs always make me feel a bit closer to space. I always imagine myself in a space station. I feel appeased. But if I turn my head on one side and look through the window, I see the sky. I see trees. I'm still trapped on Earth. Still trapped in the box. Still sat in my chair. I was drinking every single of Yuzuki's gripping words. That sounds kind of weird. She's turned around to rest her gaze full of vehemence directly onto mine before stepping away and leaning back against the entrance door. I don't fear death. I fear to leave my goals unachieved and my dreams unfulfilled. I want to cross the boundaries of our home planet. I want to wander through the never-ending void of space. She's such an intriguing person. Technically, you're more or less in space right now. You're on Earth. Earth is in space. There's already a subtle achievement in your requirements. You're really playing on words, aren't you? But obviously, it's not just that. I've never quite found my place in society. I never felt like I was a proper human being. My story just feels off. It's like I hit that modus tollens stage in a sense. If I'm like everyone, then I should feel normal. However, I don't feel normal, so I'm not like everyone. And the more I think about it, the crazier this gets. It's a very vicious play. As time goes on, you reclude yourself to your own little realm. And mine lies you know where. What is your realm about, Hanbi Ubuki? My realm? Each one of us has a backstory that has pushed us into taking certain decisions. They are most likely the reasons why we're here after all. I see, but... So tell me, Hanbi, what's your realm? Why are you so cute? But yeah, you gotta stay back a little bit so I can think. What is the script of your own story, Hanbi? What is she talking about? My realm? I'd say it is... Hanbi, are you in here? Takatsugu. What do you do? Ouch! The door of the laboratory flung open abruptly, pushing Yuzuki, who was leaned against it, and sending her glasses flying off across the room. As I stood up to pick her up her glasses, my gaze accidentally fell into her eyes, thus revealing a horrifying reality. My pursuit and the discovery of a new source of happiness once again withered into the specter of another failed attempt. Her eyes. No, it's impossible. Wait, what's wrong with her eyes? Hanbi, what's going on? Not right now. Yuzuki, please open the door. No, please, why does it have to happen again? Please, I beg you, let me in. Oh, is she about to be mind hacked? Please, you can't let me out. What? You can't let me out. You can't keep me out. We can probably do something. Yuzuki. I left myself sliding across the cold ground before sitting on the bare ground. Cold door before sitting on the bare ground. I could feel Yuzuki's presence on the other side. I looked up and reached out for the door handle one last time, hoping it would open, but as expected, it was no use, so I let my arm down limply and gave up. My breath was set to a faster pace, a raw feeling violently hitting my entire body without allowing me to control its wild attack. It was a new experience in the Tetra facility. This time, there was the lingering presence of an impending death. It was certain unavoidable, and it was right there lurking in the dim. Which is worse, though? Catching a sight of death menacingly coming for you, or dwell in ignorance and blindly wait for it to strike? The truth is, there is no right or wrong answer. It's equally tragic. I stuck to my spot and stayed there for the entire night. Amane, Takatsugu, and Chloe tried to involve themselves, but the opposite wouldn't have made much of a difference. I sat there waiting for Yuzuki to come out, but she did not. I wanted her to tell me something, but it probably would become another burden for her. Reassuring that pitiful man who was sat on the other side of the door waiting for her was probably the last of her concerns. I waited there all night, despondent and distraught, until that eventually I could feel myself falling asleep. Is Yuzuki gonna die? I mean, I've lasted this long without any of my favorite characters dying, well, except for potentially Fujita. But maybe my luck's about to run out. Let's find out. Actually, no, that's not true at all. Yorino died. They actually killed a lot of my favorite characters already. Hanbi, wake up, lazy head. What is it? Hanbi, you need to get up. What is so important? Hanbi. Hi, everyone. Good lord, I really like Yuzuki. We have extraordinary news. What is it? This is a fucking dream. God damn it. Gotta get on your feet, Han. What's all the fuss about? While you were asleep, we found it. The way out of the facility. Pardon me? Wait, but how you do? Is this a joke? It was very simple. We all died. What? It's easy to understand, though. We all died. The key to eternal freedom is death. No, what are you talking about? Look, there are all those dead people in the back. But Hanbi, it's simple and fast. Just die, forehead. Die with this. We'll all be together again. Just come. It's a one-way road. It cannot be any simpler to follow. Just come, dude. He's right. Just come and join us. And the everlasting void. Puff, puff. A nightmare? That was terrifying. My heart is still pounding so fast. Is it already the morning? I thoroughly hate how the notion of time is lost in this place when you're on your own. Yuzuki, Yuzuki, are you in there? She's still not responding. Could she have possibly left her room without me noticing? I wonder if the others are awake too, or if they're still asleep. I should go find this out. New morning! Ding dong. Music's playing so slow. How do I have all of her new... There's a lot of things that don't make sense with this main character swap. I still have all the relationships and stuff from Fujita. I'm not really understanding how that works. Or if it was just kind of like, eh, forget it. Not responding. I wonder where she could be. Mona's not responding. She must be occupied. Must be on. Oops. Didn't mean to click it twice. Alright. I clicked it again. Yeah, okay. Are you guys just hanging out in the parlor still, or what? No? Are you guys in the kitchen? Hello? Hello? Where are y'all? Where's everybody? Oh. Oh. The cold room's open. Huh? The door. Hanbi. Everyone went up to me, circling me with a searing fear in their eyes. Hanbi, it's horrible. I see the door of the cold room wasn't opened. How did this happen? Yuzuki, she broke the door. Yeah, like, I don't know what went through her head, but she snapped. She came in like a beast and violently started pounding on the door handle with an extinguisher and broke it open. Oh no, she's really done it. But there's even worse. In the cold room there are... What are they, Takatsuga? Spit it out, would you? Everyone's corpses. What? Oh boy. It's freezing in here, even more than the rest of the facility. They're right in those body refrigerators. It's horrible, Hanbi. Calm down, Takatsugu. Take a step out of this room and leave me the duty of inspecting the bodies. Are they really inside of these? They really put body refrigerators with food refrigerators in the same room? That is sickening. Hanbi. Takatsugu, get out of this room. No, I want to assist. The prideful courage of a man. This young boy's going to grow into a brave person. Make sure not to let Chloe in, at least. We cannot let her see Uraraka's body. Roger that, Captain. Now it's duty time. There's nothing inside but a small amount of food. Storing food and corpses in the same room. That's revolting. Oops, I didn't mean to click those. No one in this one. No one in this one. Huh? There's no corpse in this one. There's only the clothes of the victim that have been neatly folded and arranged in two piles. I'm gonna give you a little inspection. What are you doing in there, Hanbi? Is there someone? No, there are only some clothes. And I think Huh? What's this? There's something in the left pocket of Kanakogi's trousers. It's a piece of paper with instructions? Let's read. Dear Kanakogi Dopo, welcome to the Tetra facility. You've been selected to ensure a crucial role in the ongoing mission. Refusal to comply with the following order of rules will not be allowed. Any attempt revealing the existence of this paper or removing your mask will cause the small bomb lodged inside of it to activate and explode. Please follow the rules meticulously in order to ensure the smooth functioning of this operation. Following this sentence, the exact thread of events that happened on the first day in the facility, from Kanakogi waking up in the parlor to his onslaught on Dokuroku, was written on the paper. One thing seemed to differ, though. The fact the paper assured that Kanakogi would be released once the rules were all properly followed. It seemed the author wanted to use Kanakogi to their own advantage by duping him into thinking he would live. Oh. So all along we were right about Kanakogi being a naive tool in the mastermind scheme, but now this seems to confirm that it wasn't his prison that exploded, rather a bomb inside of his mask. I never thought I'd end up in such a grim plot. Hanbi. Hanbi, what did you find? Amane? I'm sorry I couldn't keep her out. What about Chloe? She's in the cafeteria, but enough is enough. I'm not a little girl anymore. I will go back to her side, but as for now, I insist on being on the same level as you. I'm beyond fed up of being left out. Alright, I comply to your request. But explaining it will be a tad complicated. In very short, it seems that Kanakogi's death wasn't caused by his prism, by a little bomb that was hidden in his mask. So I guess the bomb was used to try to scare us into thinking that they could blow up our prisms. That's the one way to do it. Murder this Dopo boy. But just like we thought, he was just a pawn in the mastermind's twisted chess game. Oh, damn. Oh, he literally couldn't talk about his mask either. That's why he had to wear that and just be like, eh. Because they specifically did that so that they can do an explosion bomb hidden in there and, you know, kind of do everything else. Despite their faces being twisted in confusion and disgust, I could almost sense a subtle sense of relief in Amane and Takatsugu. I assume it was from learning that prisms don't really cause your head to get blown off. By the by, did you check out the big hatch in the back? A hatch? Where? Back there behind the refrigerators and the freezers. Let me take a look, please. In the corner in a corner hidden behind the refrigerators and freezers, there was a large, neat rectangular hole that was giving into a bottomless darkness. Upon giving it a closer look, there was also a ladder that went all the way down, and at the bottom there was a metallic platform, more precisely, a lift. Ooh, that's useful. I assumed it was there to help the mastermind travel with heavier objects and lift them up or bring them down. Yuzuki managed to break it open too. She's gone crazy, but I can only get her. She's probably got nothing to lose anymore considering the circumstances. Yuzuki's a very clever woman. She's probably figured out the best thing left to do for her was to open the way for us. Or probably that she's very curious and wants to know as much as possible before... Okay, let's go down. I'm going first and you follow me down, Takatsugu. Alrighty. Please, boys, be extremely careful. We will be. I didn't check all the other fridges, though. Oof. Rough landing. It's so dark and humid in here. It looks like one of those lost laboratories from an evil organization that's infested with zombies and mutated dogs. Who knows? But it does seem pretty long. I cannot even see the end of it. That's one of the mastermind's secret paths. That could explain how they could freely move around and carry the bodies all the way to the cold room. Who knows how many corridors like this there could be? Do we really have to go all the way down there? There ain't no light that we can even see where this brings to. It's not like we have any choice anymore but to move forward. And considering what's been happening recently, I believe we're coming close to the ultimate ending. So let's keep it up. Stay behind me and try to keep your head low with your hands in front of you. Roger that. On his last note, we started heading forward with our arms crossed in front of our face to protect ourselves from any potential trap. I don't know if that's good enough. We walked for a few minutes before hitting one of the two corners and finally seeing a sinister red light dissipating the abyssal darkness. A red light? That's not ominous at all. Let's go. Oh yeah, there it is. Another forcibly open door. We're still on Yuzuki's trail. But because of how dark this corridor is, I was unable to tell if we missed another secret way. Wait a minute. Behind this door. Is this gonna be the room that we found? Wait, Taka, where are you going? It is! Takatsugu, you can't just heedlessly run away like that. But Hanbi, this is the room that Fujita and I went to. This is the one under Konokogi's bed. Really? Well, I get to see it as long as last. And look, it's the computer we talked about. It was frozen on a hacking screen, but now there's a message on the screen. We've intercepted your connections with your headquarters, and we're arriving soon. This is your last chance, Mirai Hara. Oh, that's the name. Surrender. Lania Kia. So it's not Mirabella, guys. Mirai Hara and Lania Kia. Is that it? Two names I'm completely unfamiliar with. But somehow when I pronounce them, it rings in my ears. Not to me, though. This name, Mirai Hara. I'm almost 100% sure that I've already heard of one of my memory dreams. In your dreams, you say. Interesting. I think I'm getting my hand on the truth. We should get going, Takatsugu. We need to go find Yuzuki. I cannot let her go without giving a proper ending to our conversation from yesterday. My ladder here. Let's go. They were not lying when they said that Konokogi's room was completely empty. Wish I have enough time to look around, but I can't afford it. Not at the moment, at least. Yeah. Could we leave this room as soon as possible? I get bad memories from this place. Alright, let's leave then. Wait. Do you think that we are somehow still stand a chance? You're talking about what I'm thinking? I cannot assert anything, but we surely are not going to give up so easily. Don't even start thinking about that. Oh, roger that then. Let us leave. What was the point of doing what we just did? What are we doing? Are we just going in a big-ass circle right now? Hanbi! It's horrible! What's the problem, Chloe? It's Yuzuki! We found her smashing all the TVs and cameras to bits! Really? Where is she now? In the Octagon! In the Octagon, you say? She must be after Dokoroku now. It's really bad. Come on, everyone! Yuzuki's just going crazy. I don't have to justify myself in any sort of way. Hell you do. It's not because you've got it all figured out that you can allow yourself to ruin the place, you dumbass. What's going on here? That bitch is turning everything havoc in this facility and keeps breaking the rules. Oh my god. I forbid you to call her that way. Yuzuki, you don't need to ask any questions, Hanbi. You're clever enough to understand why I'm doing this. I needed to attract Dokoroku, or should I say, the head founder of Jack Raw. The head founder? Where are you getting this from? We don't even fully know what his Jack Raw story is about. Listen, I don't know. It's become difficult to make any logical reasoning. It's all entangled and mixed up, and I think it's screwing me over. I believe I've been able to deduce it, but it may also just be a memory that came back to mind. But it's not really what's important right now. I asked you to show yourself. My. Suddenly a high-pitched voice arose from the screen and echoed into the entire octagon. It was distorted and wobbly, but I had just enough years of practice to figure out whoever was behind it was using a voice changer to keep their anonymity. However, then, the eeriest moment was when a familiar yet unexpected face, or should I say mask, began fading in on screen. Yeah, okay. It's impossible. Kanakogi? Wait, wasn't he? Calm down. This is not Kanakogi. They just tried to create a confusion between them and the real Kanakogi. That way, if someone finds our bodies and uses the VIP on us, nobody will be able to deduce their true identity. But how do we know that this is not the real Kanakogi? Maybe that the guy who was with us wasn't the real one. I don't want to assert any invalid point. However, in one of my dreams, I do remember hearing the voice of Kanakogi we have known so far. I even wrote it down in my memory memoir. I am certain his voice is exactly the same, and so did I. The real Kanakogi is the one who is now dead. My, you are very right indeed. I cannot lie anymore about it, I suppose. Sheesh, what a disappointment. But you can't force yourself into remembering my true identity. You'll most certainly never be able to. And it makes you so confident about that. By the first fact that you have never seen my face, and thanks to a procedure named the selective memory erasure, my friend. The brain is very malleable. And the fight and find the right protein, play around with it, and voila, you cannot recall any information about me by your own means. I can grant myself the identity of whoever I wish, even Kanakogi Dopo's identity. But you aren't him. I do believe that this point has been made clear by now, which I have to admit wasn't something I was expecting. But I do have to give it to this poor fallen man, though. He was truly one of yours and was very loyal at it. But sadly, his bad luck has led him to his baneful fate. Bad luck? Why him, then? Pardon me? I said, why him? Why did you kill him? We were aware about the instructions you ordered him with the bomb in his mask. Is that so? Well, I can most certainly explain this. You see, by the time your group was elaborating the locking code, Jackrot already put hands on some of your members, Kanakogi included. And with such circumstances, we can easily conclude that he couldn't be the bearer of the unlocking memory. The truth is, he was selected among others for this perilous role. There was no real reason besides irredeemable naivety. Imagine killing a man for no acceptable reason. That's sick, you plain psycho. Watch your language, young man. Trust me, I took no real pleasure in doing it. It was all crucial for the retrieval of the unlocking memory. That doesn't justify anything. And right now, enough is enough. You have wasted enough lives, and I believe it is really about time to give up and let us out. I'm not going to be that simple. Oh, it's not going to be that simple. But why that? There's a big complication. Oh dear, Yuzuki, what is this sudden complication? Please elaborate. Yes, Yuzuki, you're the most competent one here in the matter, so you should explain it. We cannot leave because we're aboard a space station. What? Chloe! You cannot be serious, right? I am not. What? I am not? So you're not serious? Oh, thank God. I'm pretty sure that's, what? I've conducted some experiments and quickly came to this conclusion. But how? The first signs were when we woke up. I remember having issues standing up properly and feeling nauseated because of the motion sickness. But what struck me the most was that Fujita and I played with the pool ball and broke the TV in the when Fujita and I played with the pool ball and broke the TV in the boys' wing. When I threw the ball, I noticed a subtle Coriolis effect. Its trajectory followed a very small curvature. Damn, that's some big brain shit. To anyone, this would have probably gone unnoticed, but not to me, so I kept experimenting. And the results were always coming to the same conclusion. We're in space. That's downright demented. You, the maniac, am I right or wrong? If you're talking to me, I'll demand you do not refer to me like that. Other than that, you're actually right. You're all in a space station and on a facility. Please forgive me for perpetuating a filthy lie. This could justify the sealed portholes, then. So this explains how you've been able to mind hack us since there's no hack grinding antennas in space yet. Yes, and if you want to travel to space, you first need to go to a space agency and establish the reason of your journey. If they approve it, then they put your Prism into a safety mode, which will turn off all superfluous apps, only the ones necessary for your journey. I also got the wind of a new technology named the hack grinding box, but it's seemingly very costly and still under development. I have to applaud you for deducing all this on your own in such a short amount of time. But more specifically, bravo to Yuzuki, the little meddlesome genius. You can be very proud of yourself. You have achieved your dream of going to space, if I remember correctly, and you even took you on the delicate task to open the way to your friends. But now, the mind hack has been completed. It's been done for 18 minutes exactly. I just need to click on a button to bring the procedure to an end, and then you will leave us for a better place. Go on, Yuzuki Yumiki. I leave you to time to tell your last words. You truly deserve that. What? Wait, no.
いいだよ
Hanbi, it's alright.
What the?
How is that alright? I knew it was coming, and I'm ready. There's nothing left for me. It's encoded somewhere in my existence that I cannot do anything but to accept it. God damn it.
残念だったわね
As I already said, I don't fear to confront death. The universe works this way. Everything seemingly has an end. What I'm sad about is that, ultimately, my years of work, of sacrificing everything for the sake of my lifelong goal, it's all going to waste. But you gotta keep your chin up and not look at me with those teary eyes.
ねえ知ってる
I'm not the kind of person you look at with pity. I believe I've made that clear with my attitude all along our adventure. If you pity me or dwell on this sad conclusion, it means that I have failed to become the person that I wanted to be. And after all, I will not go in vain. This ultimate ending is coming as a greater occasion for me.
私の唯一
I'm
の
finally in
夢
space.
だ
It isn't a departure to me. I'm only coming back home. Don't let pity overshadow what I've done. I don't know what to say. I had simply run out of words. I wanted to tell her something, but she seemed uncannily calm. Anything that would have come out of my mouth at this point would have been pure selfishness. I wanted to tell her to stay, that she couldn't leave me and leave us this way. But the truth was that she had proved to us that she was ready and resolute to confront it with great valor. I couldn't let her down. I didn't want her to say I wanted to say something that would have made her regret or apprehend what was coming. No, I couldn't. I need to become the man that I wanted to be capable of facing it and be by her side by the end. Until the end. Use a key. I want to say something, but what is there to say to someone who's on the edge of the pit?
私は
I'm ready to go.
あの
But not in vain. On the pleats of her skirt, Yuzuki took a small plastic bottle out. What is that?
私は誰だと思
A
います
lab girl's suicide.
まさか
It can't be sodium cyanide? Yuzuki, don't. I know that Dokoroku's inside my prism, and if what Sasahara is true, you'll be able to thank me if that works.
君よ君
I'll bring the damn virus with me into the grave. You really shouldn't do that, Yuzuki. Good luck, everyone. Yuzuki, dear, please don't. Yuzuki. No! This time, I'm not missing. Yuzuki started tumbling around weakly, as each effort to stand up seemed to have been a painful chore for her. I grabbed her by the side and tucked her arm into around the back of my neck before she could fall on the floor. The sign that she had ingested visibly started doing its effects very rapidly. Suddenly, her body started jerking, and her eyes rolled back to the back of her skull, leaving nothing but whites of her eyeballs. Holding her up became a complicated task, so I laid her down on the floor, her head resting in my hand, when she fell violently convulsing. Yuzuki, talk to me. Stay focused on my voice. Takatsugu, hold her legs. No.
待って
What's going on, Hanbi? Hanbi!
助けてよ
So she just straight up killed herself? It's a lot of things happening all at once now in this last act, I'm assuming. Okay. I think that's a good place to stop because I'm pretty sure it's gonna go crazy very, very soon, and I don't wanna have like a 1 hour episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please leave a like down below. It helps me a lot. We're in space. Someone's about to die again, I think. Crazy shit's happening. Someone said save me or save her or save them in Japanese, I'm pretty sure. So something's happening. That's for sure. Okay. Let's go figure out what's going on the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please leave a like down below. It helps me a lot. We're reaching the end right now. I'm pretty sure we're about to hit the end of this game. It's been a fun journey. It's been very interesting. And I can't wait to see what happens next. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!